Down in historic Blairsville, walking over to Cabin Coffee Co. I was suggested to get some sausage, gravy, and biscuits here, so I'm gonna do that for breakfast. Starting off my day 4 right. Having a nice breakfast in town before I leave. This looks delicious. Just got a shuttle back to Mountain Crossings. I was gonna pick up my box, but they say they haven't got it yet, so I had to resupply through them, which wasn't too bad. They've got a lot of stuff, but there were some specific things in my box that I kind of needed. So I'm gonna have them bounce it up after I call in a couple days. So let's get loaded up and get on the trail. Walking through Mountain Crossings, getting back on the trail after a nice day in town with good food. I'm ready to get hiking again. Entering the Raven Cliffs Wilderness. I've seen a bunch of these little blue flowers today. First time I've seen them. Pretty cool. Here's our second species of the day. Haven't seen this one yet either. Pretty cool. Having my leftover pizza for lunch today. Ate a couple pieces back at that last view, and now I'm crushing the last little bit while I'm walking. Just got down to the Gap here, and Lori's doing some trail magic. Got a nice cold Gatorade. Appreciate it so much.
You're welcome.
Thanks. Man, that was a tough climb. Neel Gap, I think is what it was called. There's a great view. That's our reward. And actually, just on the top of that mountain there, that's the view I had lunch about an hour ago. Just dropped down into Hog Pen Gap, and now we're going back up again. We're now entering the Mark Trail Wilderness, Chattahoochee National Forest. Low gap is 4.5 from here. I'm probably gonna camp near a stream there. Hope there's trout there. If not, at least there'll be water for me to camp. Let me update you on what the plan is for the next couple days. We've got some serious weather coming in tomorrow and Wednesday. 2 inches of rain, lightning, all that fun stuff. So I'm pushing today to a stealth site after I get water at this next stream. And then we're gonna push to Unicoi tomorrow afternoon in the beginning of the storm before it gets too bad. Get a ride into Helen, and I'm gonna take my first zero into Bavarian town. Do some exploring. Should be fun. Right now, I'm actively looking for a stealth site to camp tonight. I just loaded up on water back there at the small stream. It was covered in all these yellow flowers that were really tall. I don't know what they are, so once again, if you know these flowers, let me know. Anyway, I'm gonna find a site here and set up. Literally, just as I was saying, I was searching for a stealth site. I happened to walk by this one, and no one's here. There's a fire ring, a couple trees for my hammock. This is perfect. Kind of out here on the point too, with great views. Excellent. Camp is all set. I'm gonna skip the tarp tonight so I can get out of camp earlier tomorrow and hopefully beat the rain, at least the brunt of it. And a little seat here, and I'm about to cook up some food. I made some loaded mashed potatoes and I added some extra cheese in there. Oh my God, that is gonna be so good. I've also got a Spam single down there too. Just had to put the bug net on the hammock because all these little bugs just came out. I don't know if you can see some of them. There's one up here. But they've been driving me crazy, and I don't want them to drive me crazy all night. So bug net it is for the first time of the trip. Just finished eating dinner. Those potatoes and Spam were so good. Oh my God. I'm gonna have a little snack before I get in the hammock and call it a night. It's gonna wrap up day 4. Good morning. It's the start of day 5. We've got about 10 miles to do to get to Unicoi and get a shuttle into Helen to avoid these serious storms. All right, we are back on trail, headed to Unicoi. Probably have to walk about 2 hours in the rain. No big deal. Most of the thunderstorms and stuff is coming later tonight, so we'll be avoiding that in town. This is nice. Looks like raining everywhere. Just shared my shuttle with a whole group of hikers. We're down here in Helen, about to get some beers at this German restaurant.
I can make a 30-mile day out of this.
Oh, having a nice prime rib here and a German restaurant in Helen. Oh my God. We are having too much fun in this restaurant. Too much fun. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, you tie the.
I was just gifted a whole bunch of nymphs and worms to add to my fly kit
Are you talking about the neon, the little ball?
by this fine gentleman here.
No, just using like a caddis or a humpy or something like that for an indicator. I mean, for the upper fly.
Just got to the Baymont Hotel here in Helen after drinking 3 liters of German beer and eating a delicious prime rib at the Hofbrau House. Now we're getting a hotel here at the Baymont Inn. And I got this guy here. Some triple crowner, I don't know. I don't know who he is, but we've been having a great time together.
Somebody.
Yeah,
I'll tell you this, his YouTube channel is smaller than this guy.
Anyway, we're staying in town tonight after drinking a bunch of beers. It's been a great time. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Just got breakfast here at Dottie's in Helen. The big old cat head biscuit to cure my hangover. And the storms are coming, but not till later. Having my first burger on trail at Big Daddy's. Leaving my hotel in Helen, going back to the trail. Got some big climbs today, but after resting and eating town food, I'm ready for them. Back on trail here at Unicoi, starting my big climb of the day, the first one anyway. Let's do it. Just hit the summit of Rocky Mountain. Pretty good view here. This is what the descent down Rocky Mountain looks like. Really wet from the thunderstorms last night. Be really careful not to fall here with all these wet rocks. Would not feel good. pretty sure that peak out there in the distance is Trey Mountain. That's where we're headed. Next big climb. Just started the climb up to Trey Mountain. This is the second big one of the day. And I think I've only got 2 4,000 footers left in Georgia. So let's bang this one out and enjoy a view at the top. I took my fleece off before I started climbing Trey, and about halfway up it, it's gotten so windy and I had to throw it back on because I was getting chilled even climbing. Just shows you how cold and strong this wind is. It's like 25 to 30 mile per hour winds today, so it's definitely cold. Still climbing up windy Trey Mountain, but just got one of the best views of the whole trip. When I was climbing up out of Unicoi, I passed, I don't know, 7, 8 hikers. And since I left Indian Grave Gap, I haven't seen anybody. It's been phenomenal. Had Trey Mountain all to myself. Now I'm descending Trey now. I love having the trail to myself. I'm gonna stop and have lunch in this gap. Have my first real break of the day. Oh, I'm looking forward to this. Whew. Here's what lunch looks like. I added a little bit of Fritos in here and some cheese for my dinner tonight, just because I couldn't resist the cheese right now. Well, this has been my longest stretch on trail without seeing anybody. I haven't seen anybody for 3 hours. I was a little worried stopping for lunch, someone might catch up, but they didn't. So I still have the trail to myself, and I am just loving it. I think we're coming up on the swag of the Blue Ridge. Yes, sir. Oh, I am struggling up Kelly Knob. First view so far, and I am eating all my candy to get up here. Oh, all right. All the 4,000 footers in Georgia, done. Let's check out this view. Just descended down to Deep Gap Shelter. Now I gotta make up my mind if I wanna push 17 today to Around the Bend and stay in a hostel tonight, which is one of the best hostels on trail I hear, or do I wanna go down here and camp? At the very least, I gotta go get water because I'm out of water. I've been out of water for like an hour. So let me check Around the Bend and see if they've got availability, and that will probably make up my mind. So I've got my first blister of the trip right here. I'll have to stick a needle through it when I get to the hostel, but I'm gonna wrap it up with some Leuco tape. I've walked almost 17 miles today, and this is the first new flower I've seen all day long. Just made it to Dix Creek Gap, and the hostel is picking me up in about 15 minutes. This is my biggest mile day yet, at 17. Just made it to Around the Bend Hostel. Staying in this little tiny house tonight. Private room. My treat for a 17-mile day. Finally got one of my resupply boxes. And this is a cool little room. You could probably split with another person, but I'm selfish. I've got a great camper van here, and they're asking hikers to sign. There I am right there. Here in my private room at Around the Bend Hostel, I'm trying to get everything ready for tomorrow so I can get back to Dix Creek Gap at 8 o'clock. Lisa was kind enough to take me into town to Taco Bell, crush some tacos, and I feel a lot better now. I'm gonna finish what I gotta do and crash out. This was a great day, my biggest day, the end of day 7.